before we start, this is Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor, and I will be your net controller for tonight's net, doing the net from my personal node at my QTH in Irishtown, New Brunswick. Bonsoir tout le monde, bienvenue au réseau Fusion Maritime. Ici Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Mon nom est Michel et je vais être le contrôleur du réseau ce soir de mon QTH à Irishtown, New Brunswick, à travers mon mode personnel. This net meets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic time in the CQ Maritime Room 60207. The CQ Maritime Room 60207. The net is open to all radio amateurs in the maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour, approximately. The net is also streaming live on YouTube so that everyone can partake in the chat room and listen to the conversations going on. The YouTube channel is Romeo Oscar Bravo, Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet. I'll repeat, YouTube channel is Romeo Oscar Bravo, Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet. Ce réseau se tient tous les mercredis soirs à 19h, l'heure de l'Atlantique, dans la chambre CQ Maritime, numéro 60207, numéro 60207. Ce réseau est ouvert à tous les radioamateurs des provinces maritimes et des autres provinces et à travers le monde, et c'est terminé pour une heure approx. Ce réseau est présenté sur YouTube, ainsi pour que tout le monde puisse suivre le réseau et participer dans le chat room. Le canal YouTube est Romeo Oscar Bravo, Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet. Je répète, canal YouTube est Romeo Oscar Bravo, Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet. Amateurs will be called in by province. When you check in, give us your call sign using proper phonetics. After all maritime stations are called in, stations from outside here will have a chance to check in. Les stations vont être appelées par province. Quand vous allez répondre, s'il vous plaît, donnez vos appels en phonétique. Après que toutes les stations des provinces maritimes auront participé au réseau, les stations hors des provinces maritimes seront appelées à nous joindre. More to follow, tout à venir. A reminder, due to the delay in the system, key up for a second or two before transmitting and keep the push-to-talk on for a second or two after your transmission has finished so that we capture all your words. Juste un rappel du délai du système, n'oubliez pas d'activer la transmission et attendre une seconde ou deux avant de parler et une seconde ou deux après votre transmission est terminée pour qu'on puisse captiver toutes vos paroles. First of all, do we have any announcements for the net? Est-ce qu'il y a des annonces pour le réseau ce soir? Allez-y. Any announcements? Go ahead, please. No announcements? Okay. We're going to call in any short time stations that can't stay for the duration of the net. On va appeler tous les stations à court temps qui ne peuvent pas participer pour la durée du réseau. Allez-y avec vos lettres d'appel. Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor, à l'écoute. Any short time stations, Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor, standing by.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie, portable VE1.
Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray, VE1 FOX.
V9, Mike Whiskey.
Okay, very good. I might have missed a couple there. Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie, portable VE1, and I have Victor Echo 1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray, and Victor Echo 9 Mike Whiskey Whiskey. Did I miss any short time stations? Est-ce que les d'autres stations à coup de temps? Allez-y. Any other short time stations? Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima.
And I have Victor 9 Papa Alpha Lima and also VY2 Golf Foxtrot. Top of the list, Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie Portable VE1. Go ahead, Gordon. VE9 MTV.
Victor Echo 3 X-ray into Delta, in and out.
VE9 MTV with the Wednesday night Fusion Net, VE9 GC, portable VE1. Good evening there, Michelle, and everybody else on frequency. Those neighbors of mine coming up behind and whatnot. No particular traffic for the night. I've got a presentation here I'm working on, so I've got to just sort of get back to that. But I did want to stop in and say good evening to everybody. A nice, not a bad day out this way today. I can see it's good, and the breeze seems to have dropped down. I managed to get a free saltwater car wash coming across the causeway earlier. Anyway, thanks for doing the net, Mike. Thanks for calling me in, and we'll look forward to next Wednesday night. Where am I next Wednesday night? Charlottetown, I think. Anyway, VE9 MTV, VE9 GC, portable VE1.
X-ray India Delta, in and out.
Very good. Oh, King Gordon, very good. Thanks for checking in. And I do acknowledge Victor Echo 3 X-ray India Delta. Just heard you in there at the last, while I was calling Gordon there. Don't have a name, I think, but go ahead, VE3XID. Any comments for the net? Victor Echo 9 Mike Tango, Victor. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Mike. It's kind of rough getting in here from so far away, so anyway, just wanted to say hello to everyone, and I will pass on my 7-3 and say good evening. Back to you, Mike. VE9 MTV, VE3XID out.
Okay, thanks a lot for getting in here, and nice to hear you. And 7-3. Back to the top of Nickel 1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray. Curtis, go ahead, please. VE9 MTV.
Hi, Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Victor Echo 1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray here in 3 Mile Plains, Ann County. Good evening to you, Mike. Good evening to all the other operators on this evening. Boy, I tell you, what weather we've been having. I think we were up around 22 degrees this afternoon. You'd think it was summertime again. So, anyway, we'll take this warm weather as long as we can then, Mike. Thanks for calling me into the net this evening there. We were out, I had to go to the valley to get my eyes done, so this is why I'm getting checked in early there, and, boy, I don't know. You start losing your eyesight, it's not all that great. So anyway, hopefully it's not going that way. So that, give it back to you for this evening. Again, thanks for calling me in, and you do a great job there, Mike, and all the operators do a great job there. So you guys take care, and then all the wisdom and power to you there. So Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot. Claire, 7 for y'all. Everybody have a great evening. Back to you, Mike.
Victor 1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray. I'm business there, Curtis. I need to have my cataract operations on both eyes last year, and everything worked well. I rarely need my glasses to read, but I had it done for the long distance, but did correct a little bit on the reading side. I only need the glasses when it's fine print and So most of the time I don't need them anymore, so it worked 100% there in the last exam. It was 20/20 vision, so I got back my vision. It was a little bit blurry in one eye, but the brain was trying to see through it there. Anyway, everything worked out good there, so I'm happy with that. Thanks, Curtis. Have yourself a good week there, 7-3. Next is Mike, Mike Whiskey, Mike from Moncton. Go ahead, Mike, E9MTV.
Good evening there, Mike, and everybody else on the Fusion Net there tonight. Not too much going on here. Just gonna sit here and listen to the net and probably watch some TV too there. So V9 Mike Whiskey saying 73s to everybody, and I'll be listening.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Very good. Nice to see you at the clubhouse this morning, and nice to see faces there with the call signs. Thanks a lot for checking in there, Mike. Have yourself a good week there, 7-3. Next is my neighbor, Paul, Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima from Irishtown. Go ahead there, Paul, E9MTV.
Yeah, V9MGV, this is V9PAL. How you doing there, Mike? And Mike there, and everybody else on the net. Yeah, she's 8 degrees, Mike. Right, George, for November. Not bad at all, eh? Boys, I continue like that till December, we'll be all set. I don't have no winter tires on yet, but I got them ready. You never know. But anyway, you guys all have a great week. V9PAL.
Yeah, very good, Paul. Nice to see you at the clubhouse also this morning. And yeah, I'm sure it's not much longer there, but we were fortunate to have that nice weather there. Anyway, thanks a lot for checking in there, Paul, and have yourself a good week there, 7-3. Now we'll go to Woodell and say hi to George, VY2 Golf Foxtrot. Go ahead, George, E9MTV.
Well, good evening, Mike and everybody on the net. I'm coming through Charlottetown. Well, what's happening? I'm going to activate the lighthouse down at Pamir Island on Sunday, and well, I don't suppose I'll get many calls from the Maritimes, too close, but well, you can always try. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good week, and we'll look forward to the net next Wednesday, Victory 82 Golf Foxtrot.
Thank you very much, there, George, for checking in and about the lighthouse activation there. Yeah, good luck on that. 20 meters, kind of close there, but anyway, we'll have a list. We can pick you out there. And thanks for checking in there, George. Have yourself a good week. At the bottom of that list, so we'll go start with the provinces there. We'll go to PI first. Any stations from PI want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Net control tonight is Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Name is Mike, and standing by for your call. Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres stations de l'île du Prince-Édouard qui aimeraient participer au réseau Fusion Maritime? Le contrôleur ce soir est Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Nom est Michel. Allez-y avec vous l'appel. E9MTV standing by for PI stations. Any into the Maritime Fusion Net. Now's the time. Your first round, E9MTV standing by. Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres stations de Prince-Édouard qui aimeraient participer au réseau Fusion Maritime? Allez-y. E9MTV à l'écoute. Nothing heard. We'll go to the Nova Scotia. Any Nova Scotia stations want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead with your call sign in phonetics. Est-ce qu'il y a des stations de la Nouvelle-Écosse qui aimeraient participer au réseau Fusion Maritime? Allez-y avec vos appels à phonétique. V9MTV à l'écoute. V9MTV.
Victor Echo 1 Charlie Sierra Echo VE1 CSE.
Victor Echo 1 Kilo Echo Victor.
Victor Echo 1, Echo Charlie Charlie Mobile.
Victor Alpha 1 Bravo India Lima VA1 BIO.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Whiskey V1 JW.
And I have Victor Echo 1 Charlie Sierra Echo, Victor Echo 1 Kilo Echo Victor, Victor Echo 1 Echo, Victor Alpha 1 Bravo India, and Victor Echo 1 Juliet Whiskey. Does anybody or anybody else from the West Coast want to check in? Go ahead, please. B9MTV.
Victor Echo 1 Zulu Bravo at Heliquid. Victor Echo 1 Golf Uniform Yankee.
And I have Victor Echo 1 Zulu Bravo and Victor Echo 1 Golf Uniform Yankee. Okay, top of the list. Victor Echo 1 Charlie Sierra Echo. Robert, go ahead, please. VE9MTV.
VE9MTV, VE1 CSE. Good evening to you, Mike. All on frequency. Using my personal node TV. Well, hey, hopefully, well, we're starting to feel a little drowsy, so I think I'll be able to get some sleep here before the net tomorrow morning. So, I look forward to everyone's check-in there tomorrow morning, and have yourselves a great and safe evening there. Back to you, Mike. VE1MTV, VE1 CSE.
Yeah, very good, Robert. Good signal there with your node, and thanks for checking in. And yeah, I did notice there were a couple of drop-offs there at the start, but seems to be cleared now. Anyway, thanks for checking in there. No dropouts on your signal there, Robert. Thanks, 7-3. Have a good week. Next is Kevin, Victor Echo 1 Kilo Echo Victor. Go ahead, Kevin. VE9MTV.
Yeah, very good evening, Mike. VE9 Mike Tango Victor from Victor Echo 1 Kilo Echo Victor. Good evening there, and good evening to all on the net there tonight. Beautiful evening. We just got back from our walk there this evening and did, I don't know, 5,000 steps. But nonetheless, it was still beautiful. Quite nice out, 7 degrees, 8 degrees, whatever it is there, and a nice for a walk there this evening. Anyway, just here in the shack, back in the shack here, and listening along. So thanks for doing the net, Mike, and thanks for calling me in. 7-3s, and have a great rest of the week there. VE9 Mike Tango Victor from VE1 Kilo Echo Victor.
Yeah, very good there, Kevin. Thanks for checking in, and good signal there from Amherst area. And have yourself a good week there. 7-3. Next is Victor Echo 1 Echo Charlie Charlie, Greg from the Shubenacadie area, I believe. Go ahead, Greg. 9MTV, standing by.
VE1 MTV, VE1 ECC. Good evening, Mike. Thanks for calling me in. Just wanted to driving home from work and turn the radio on, make this kind of my Wednesday night routine to listen, make the drive home a little more entertaining. Hope everybody has a good evening, and hope the rest of the week is kind to everybody, and good luck to Curtis with your eyes. Hope everybody has a good week. VE1 ECC saying 73 call.
Yeah, VE1 ECC, VE9 MTV. Well, thanks, Greg, for taking time to check in, and good signal there coming from the mobile, so doing a good job there. Have yourself a good week, 7-3. Thanks for checking in. Next is Bill, Victor Alpha 1, Bravo India Lima. Go ahead, Bill, VE9 MTV.
VE9 MTV, VA1BIL portable, actually. I'm calling from Spring Hill into the Amherst repeater, I believe. A nice day up here in Spring Hill. We've had a great weather here for some time now. I've been here about a little over a week, and I've been up here for most of the year, actually. But heading back to the valley shortly, and probably be back again next week. So that's about all I have. I hope everybody has a great week, and enjoy picking up the leaves. That's what I'll be doing on the weekend. Thanks, Mike, for doing the net. VA1 VIL portable clear. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. Bill, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing there. Had to wait till the maple trees had all their leaves there. Didn't want to rake it twice. Nice weather, just as long as the wind doesn't blow it too much. Thanks a lot for checking in there, Bill. Have yourself a good week there. Next is Eric, Victor Echo 1 Juliet Whiskey. Go ahead, Eric, VE9 MTV.
Good evening, Mike, and everybody else on the net, Bill, and all the rest. Lots of people checking in. Got a good crowd so far tonight. Well, nothing too startling, I guess, new here. Just come back from looking after the grandkids, two granddaughters for a while this afternoon. They got to do it again tomorrow afternoon. Their mother had to go to Fredericton for a funeral. And Dad has to work, of course, so we picked him up off the bus from school and keep him till he gets home from work. So that works all right. So we can do that today and tomorrow. And Friday he's off, so it should be on his own. So it's good. Get things looked after around and get things played with. Other than that, playing a little bit on FDA here and there when I get a chance. And other than that, not too anything started. I got the leaves done once on the front lawn. I have a big old oak tree. Very slowly. So I got the first layer off, and of course now that the wind is blowing a little bit today, the second layer is so probably next week we'll probably have to the second year, and then in the spring. Other than that, not most exciting. It's a beautiful day like everywhere else. B1 JW.
Yeah, VJW, VE9 MTV. Yeah, very good. I have two maples here, and the one in the front yard is the leaves were all red when it fell, but the ones in my on the side of the house, the leaves were all yellow. Two different types of maple, but yeah, they shed a lot of leaves, that's for sure. Thanks for checking in there, Eric. Have yourself a good week. Next is Mike from Oxford, Victor Echo 1, Zulu Bravo. Go ahead, Mike, VE9 MTV.
VE9 MTV, VE1 Zulu Bravo. Good evening, Mike. Hello to everybody else on the frequency tonight. Yeah, busy day here, and I heard Kevin mention his steps. I get 8,500 steps today, so that's a good day for me. And yeah, of course, not far from Spring Hill. I had the same good weather that Bill had over in Spring Hill, and not complaining at all. It's really helps with the heating bill for sure. Anyways, I can't think of anything else to report. Sounds like you're having a good net, and thanks for checking me in, Mike. VE9 MTV, VE1 Zulu Bravo, bonsoir.
Yeah, thanks for checking in there, Mike. Good signal there from Amherst, from Oxford, I mean. Yeah, coming to the Amherst repeater. Next is VE1 GUY, Mr. Joe from the Yarmouth area. Go ahead, please, VE9 MTV.
V9 MTV, V1 GUI. Good evening, Mike. I guess it's Mike. And everyone else that's on the Fusion net here tonight.
Yeah, no, it's been a real good day here today. Little teeny chill. That's why you can do a little bit of work. I've been running cement all day I've got an antenna going up on my flagpole. So anyway, I gotta continue to it 'cause wood into the cement. I had a pole before that, maybe did the same thing, and the bracket was wood into the cement, and that rotted away. So I think water got down on the cement so much, and it kind of made the bracket dirty. So I think I'm gonna change this one here. I got it on metal, some aluminum angle in. So anyway, other than that, everything went good. Worked all day onto it, running my cement. So, man, I went and go get some cement. I couldn't believe the price of the cement today. Bag of cement, $20-something. Wow, I like the wind flipped up. That's some price for that. So, anyway, other than that, I guess everything else is pretty good. VE1 MTV. V9 MTV. I'm all balled up here tonight. I'm trying to get a weather station set up here. I'm all screwed up, I guess. V1 GUI going clear. I think Edwin was in there somewhere. I thought he was ahead of me. Go ahead, V1 GUI.
Yeah, VE1 GUI, VE9 MTV. Yeah, I didn't hear anybody else, but we'll call him in a little while there. Very good. Thanks for checking in there, Joe. And yeah, the cost of cement, I'm sure, is a lot more expensive than it used to be, for sure. Thanks for checking in. Have a good week. Before we move on to New Brunswick, have a little, and don't forget the time change to standard time on Sunday, the 6th of November at 2 o'clock in the morning. So before you go to bed Saturday night, set your clock back an hour. You'll be on time next morning. Spring ahead, fall back. So well, maybe one day we won't have to change anymore. We won't have to go back and forth. Stay the same. But I guess it's probably a long process before they decide to do it and put it in effect. But I think Szechuan doesn't change, so it is possible. But anyway, just a reminder of the time change, the 6th of November for the standard time. Okay, we're going to go ahead with any New Brunswick stations. Tous stations de la province du Nouveau-Brunswick qui mettent participé aux réseaux Fusion Maritime. Allez-y avec vos appels phonétiques, via un FMTV à l'écoute. Any stations for New Brunswick, VE9 MTV, standing by.
VE9 Victor Echo Alpha.
VE9 Delta Echo November. Victor Echo 9 Alpha India, VE9 AI.
Okay, I have Victor Echo 9, Victor Echo Alpha, Victor Echo 9 Delta Echo November, and Victor Echo 9 Alpha India. Anybody else from New Brunswick? Est-ce que les 12 stations de New Brunswick? Allez-y. Very good. Any stations from New Brunswick? Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 9 Oscar Sierra Kilo, VE9 OST.
And I have Victor Echo 9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. With Vern, Victor Echo 9, Victor Echo Alpha. Go ahead, Vern. VE9 MTV.
VE9 Mike Tango Victor. Wednesday night Fusion Net Control. Good evening, Mr. Mike. Good evening to all fine. Outstanding hams-on frequency there for sure. Well, Mike, don't know where to start here. Had some fun at the first. I thought something was wrong, so I went in and checked my my system there, the node system on the computer and radio, and everything was shut down. I shut everything off today because I was playing with my OpenSpot 3 a little bit. So I had everything shut off, and I thought I'd check it when I come in to do the net, and apparently I didn't check it close enough. Guess I gotta get another pair of glasses when I go check things these days. Anyhow, Mike, so we got her out and running quick and easy, so that's the main thing. The other thing is, for couple days here, I was turning my tablet as an iPad Pro tablet, and was turning that on, and no battery, and no power, or no battery power. So finally last night I turned it on. It should have, because it had been charging I don't know how many hours before last night when I turned it on. Still no battery power. I said, holy frig, I hope the battery's not gone in that. Shouldn't be gone because it's not that old. It's not 6 months old. And was a completely refurbished machine that I got from Best Buy. So we went in and we're doing some stuff, replugging it back in the charger, and the wife looks down. She says the charger's not pushed into the power bar far enough. So sure enough, we pushed it in and let her charge all night. Started the tablet up this morning, working like a charm. So it goes to pay to make sure your charger's plugged in all the way before you try to charge something. That's the moral of that story. Anyhow, Mike, that's a bit enough foolishness out of me. Thanks for doing the net. Thanks for calling us in and putting up my foolishness another time. And great job as usual there, Mike. We're going to wish everybody a freaking good evening, a great wake-up call tomorrow. 7 reasonable, 88 the lady, special good evening scanner in the shortwave district. We're going to turn it back to you. VE9, Mike Stanton, Victor, next control, VE9, Victor Echo Alpha. 7 3, Mike, thanks for doing the net again, and
Yeah, VE9, VEA, VE9 MTV. Yeah, very good there, Vern. One of those days I'm going to have to go and see you and look after all those alligator bites you have on you. You just clocked it out there. You say the alligator got you when you're too winded and you time out in 3 minutes. Yeah, thanks a lot there, Vern, and glad to hear that your battery is okay. It's just the charger. Yeah, that happens sometimes there. Sometimes when you those power bars and stuff like that, the connections are not, or even the wall warts there, the plugs are not really make contact very good sometimes. So that's good to hear. Anyway, thanks for checking in, Vern. Have yourself a good week there. 7-3. Thank you, Denis. Victor Echo 9, Delta Echo November. Vas-y, Denis. Bienvenue au réseau Fusion Maritime. VNFM TV à l'écoute.
VNFM TV, VNFBN. Good evening, Mike, Michelle. Good evening to everyone aboard. I appreciate you coming back to me in French. I don't mind speaking in English there, because there's quite a bit of people that don't understand English, or French, I mean, so I'm the lucky one, you two. We're both of us can speak both languages here, so that's something that there. I know it's not on the air, right? On the radio, on the air, wow. Yeah, that makes a big difference. But it's nice for sure, and it was windy here today, and I didn't feel good today, so I got a test there, and they test the equipment, and I'm positive for COVID, so yeah. I hope I don't get too sick. I still don't feel good. I got the flu and everything else that comes with it, I guess. So that's what it is. Yeah, I thought I was invisible, you know. Yeah, I got it. So there you go. So that's about it for me. Thanks for doing the Maritime Net this evening. And to everyone, have a great evening, a great net to you, and a great day tomorrow. VE9 MTV. Mike Tango Victor, VE9 DEN, Denny here, way up north there. Over.
Yeah, VE9 DEN, VE9 MTV. Yeah, very good, Denis. Pas de problème. Réseau bilingue. It's a bilingual net, so we can cooperate in both official languages. Also, I noticed that your location is not correct because you're 6,000 and some kilometers. You might want to check that in your Wires X node there. The location, your GPS coordinates are not correct. You're way off. So I just thought I'd mention that there, because Vern was only 146 kilometers away, and you're showing 6,000 something. So you're out in the Pacific there somewhere. Anyway, you might want to check that on your node there just to be sure that, or even in your radio, you might be able to check that. Get in there. Next on the list is have yourself a good week there, Denny. Next is Gary from Fredericton, Victor Echo 9, Alpha India. Go ahead, Gary. VE9 MTV.
V9 MTV Net Control, V9 AI, Gary in Fredericton. Good evening, Mike, everybody on frequency. Not much new here. Managed to get all the leaves done, begged up. So, no more to come. I guess everything's pretty well bare. Anyway, just the one that blow in from elsewhere. Not much new or exciting here, I guess. This week, so anyway, we'll pass it back to Net Control. Everybody have a great week.
Okay, Gary. Very good. You just got out at the very end there. A little drop out here and there, but 100% copy. Thanks for checking in there, Gary. And beyond the leaves, I still have both sides of the house to pick up. I just picked up the front one, which had most of the big leaves. But yeah, it's nice weather to do that. I was going to do it today, but didn't have time, so hopefully tomorrow. Thanks for checking in there, Gary. 7-3. Have a good week. Next is Oscar, Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo. Go ahead, Oscar, the NFMTV. Very good.
VNF-MTV, VNF OSK. Bonsoir, Michel, puis tout le monde sur le réseau. Beautiful evening. The wind dropped down a bit. It was a bit of wind today, and still not temperature-wise. Beautiful time of year, I guess. Nothing much to add. No traffic, Mike. Just thanks for doing the net, and thanks for calling me in. 7-3 from Dieppe. Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo.
Okay, Oscar. Very good. Thanks for checking in. And from the bottom of that list, now we went through all the 3 maritime provinces, so we'll ask any stations from outside the maritime provinces that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Now's your time, and please give us your call sign in phonetics. Est-ce que des stations hors des provinces maritimes qui aimeraient participer au réseau Fusion Maritime? Allez-y avec vos lettres d'appel à phonétique. VNF MTV, Michel à l'écoute. V9 MTV standing by for any station from outside the maritime.
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa.
And I have Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa. You're the only one, Francis. Go ahead. V9MTV.
The VE9 MTV for the Maritime Fusion Net from Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa. Good evening to you, Mike, and good evening to everyone back home in the Maritimes. Anybody want to change weather? This is not a joke. Honest to goodness, last night we had a bit of snow, kind of melting snow that was coming down. Got up this morning, the skies were overcast, but no precipitation. We had about a little over 2.5 centimeters on the ground, so I didn't get too upset. I figured, okie dokie. But I checked the weather forecast, and they were calling for heavy snowfall warning. Well, I think I've got about 15 centimeters on the snow, of snow on the ground right now, and it's still coming down. Temperatures are hovering around minus 3.4, which is a big change from last week when I was sitting around 18 to 20 degrees. Something wrong with this picture. I don't know what happened. I think Calgary decided to send the snow north because they had the sun last week, and I figured, well, they'll keep it down there and won't share it. My mistake. Anyway, I'm glad to hear you folks back home are having nicer weather. I hope it continues until December, because you don't want this garbage. Anyway, I'm going to stop complaining for now, Mike. Thanks for doing the net and calling us in. Hope everyone has a great week, and we'll say 7-3 all around. VE9MTV from VA6FP in Wainwright, Alberta. 7-3 all.
Yeah, very good. Very good, Francis. Yeah, that's almost instant winter. It changes right fast. Yeah, for sure, it's quite a change there. And but you guys out west, you get winter faster than we have it here, and you get an early spring compared to us there sometimes. So maybe it'll compensate next year. Yeah, I know we're in for it too there from now. So we've been fortunate so far. Really nice weather, so we'll take it. We won't complain. Thanks a lot for checking in there, Francis. Nice signal there from Wayne's Rate, Alberta. Almost on the border of Saskatchewan there. Thanks for checking in. Have yourself a good week. 7-3. That was the only outside of the Maritime stations. Anybody else from outside the Maritime would like to check into the Maritime Fusion? The control here is Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Name is Mike. And I'm going to repeat the same thing in French. Est-ce que les deux stations hors des provinces maritimes qui mettent participer au réseau Fusion Maritime? Allez-y avec l'appel phonétique. Mon contrôleur ce soir est Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Nom est Michel. À l'écoute. Standing by for any outside of the Maritime Provinces stations, V9MTV. Nothing heard. We'll go back to the second round. Second round of Maritime Fusion Net. Starting with PEI. Any stations from PEI want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Now she can. Go ahead with the call sign in phonetics. V9MTV standing by. Tout station de l'île Basse-Édouard qui mettent participer au réseau. Fusion Maritime. Allez-y avec vous l'appel la phonétique. V9MTV à l'écoute. Any stations from PEI? Go ahead, please. Any stations from PEI, E9MTV standing by. Nothing heard. We'll move to any stations from Nova Scotia. I want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Est-ce que des stations de la Nouvelle-Écosse qui aimeraient participer au réseau Fusion Maritime? Allez-y avec vous l'appel phonétique. V9MTV à l'écoute. VE9MTV standing by for Nova Scotia station.
Victor Echo 1, Romeo, Papa X-ray.
India.
Victor X.
And I have Victor Echo 1, Romeo Papa X-ray, Victor Echo 1, Mike Uniform India, Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Delta, and Victor Echo 1, Zulu X-ray. Did I miss anybody? Go ahead, please.
Victor Alpha 1, Victor Charlie.
And I have Don, Victor Alpha 1. The top of the list, Victor Echo 1, Romeo Papa X-ray. Go ahead, please. VE9MTV.
VE9MTV, VE1RPX. Hi, Mike. Everybody else on the net. Rich here in the Annapolis Valley in Cambridge, Nova Scotia. Yeah, I just thought I'd call in and say hello and check into the net here. Just getting finished up with our camping for the year. We were down in Kedzie for a week there, and our camper all put away there already, and we're looking forward to getting final preparations for winter down around here before she comes. Got some good weather coming up to help us with that, and that's appreciated. Hope you're all doing well, and we'll do well this week, and I'll say 7-3 for now. VE9MTV, VE1RPX.
Yeah, VE1RPX, Richard, VE9MTV. Very good from the Cambridge, Nova Scotia area. Thanks for checking in. Good channel there, and have yourself a good week. 7-3. Next is Matt, I believe, VE1MUI. Go ahead, please. VE9MTV.
VE9MTV and the Fusion Net. VE1MUI. Good evening there, Mike. Everybody on the network tonight. From down here in Pumlico, and yes, you got Matt, Mike Alpha Tango Tango. A nice night here in Pumlico, and finally got a day off. Did a little bit of messing around there. Brought the big truck to Speedy Autographs. Had some lettering switched around on the truck that I didn't like. Looks a lot better now, and just a short day home, but I did get to be home for net night there. So anyway, 7-3. Have a good evening. Everybody enjoy your week. VE9MTV, VE1MUI.
BE1MUI, BE1MUI. This is JA1WLQ, Juliet Alpha 1 Whiskey Lima Quebec, JA1W for Whiskey, L for Lima, Q for Quebec, JA1WLQ. Well, just I turned on my radio, and is it Fusion Net? Is it a Fusion Net in the going on? And it's almost finished. This is JA1WLQ. If I can I be checked in? BE1MUI. This is JA1WLQ. Back to you.
JA1WLQ, VE1MUI. Certainly, we'll toss it over to VE9 MTV there. He's net control, and hopefully he can check you in. Over.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your kindness to take my check-in. BE1MUI. Good evening, and good evening to everyone in this room. This is JA1WLQ, Juliet Alpha 1 Whiskey Lima Quebec, JA1WLQ, from Tokyo, Japan. Now it is 7:51 a.m. 7:51 a.m. on Thursday morning, November 3rd, November 3rd in Japan. And my name is Masa, M for Mary, A for Alpha, S for Sierra, A for Alpha. Masa is my name. And I am running FTM 300D, FTM 300D on PDN function, portable digital node function, which means that radio is connected with PC directly, and the PC also is connected with the internet naturally. So this system allows me to bypass the local node station, maybe which may be you call a repeater. That's my system, and I'm very so happy to be here and to join this Fusion Net, thanks to your kindness. Now back to VE1 MUI. This is JA1WLQ. Back to you.
JA1WLQ, VE1MUI. Well, thanks for checking in, Mafa, and hopefully, I am not net controlled, but hopefully he does have you written down in the law there, and thanks for checking in. Have a good morning. Sorry, VE1MUI.
Oh, I see. You have net control, so Fusion Net was already over. So I appreciate your kindness to let me check in. Okay, so good evening, and please send my best regards to the people here. Well, I'll say good evening to everybody. And next time I can be in time. I try to be in time. You know, in the morning time. You know, everybody has something to some chores to do. Thank you very much. Your name is Machu-san, according to the QR.com. So I'm very happy to meet you, and I'm very happy to, and I appreciate your kindness. VE1 MUI. This is JA1WLQ. Okay, so let me send you final from Tokyo, Japan. Thank you very much. Au revoir. Thank you.
Juliet Alpha 1 Whiskey Lima, Quebec. This is Victor Echo 9 Mike Tango Victor, and in control for the Maritime Fusion Net. Welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net, Masa. My call sign is Victor Echo 9 Mike Tango Victor, and my name is Mike India Kilo Echo, and from Irishtown, New Brunswick, Canada. Thank you for checking in from Tokyo, Japan. Have yourself a good day and a good week. 7-3. Now we'll go to Edwin, which is the next one on the list. Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Delta. Edwin, go ahead, please. VE9MTV.
VE9MTV, VE1EPD. Yeah, well, I was just listening to the net talk going along, and one from Alberta said they were having snow. And this afternoon I was mowing the lawn. I think I'd rather mow the lawn than shovel snow. So anyway, not much else. Don't have anything for your net. So VE9MTV, VE1EPD. 7-3.
Yeah, very good there, Edwin, and thanks for checking in. Good signal there from the Pubnico area. Next is Brad, Victor Echo 1 Zulu X-Ray. Go ahead, Brad, VE9MTV.
VE9MTE, VE1 Zulu X-Ray. Very good evening, Mike. Very good evening to everybody on the frequency here. Still +2 here in Two Islands. Here. Thanks for checking me in. We're checking in on the VE1 USR repeater here in Two Island Powersville here, Mike. 7-3. Have a good evening. VE1 MTV with the Fusion Net, VE1 Zulu X-Ray.
Yeah, very good, Brad. Yeah, sounding good from the VE1 USR repeater there in the Two Harbor. Thanks a lot for checking in there, Brad. 7-3. Have a good week. Next is Dawn, Victor Alpha 1, Victor Charlie. Go ahead, Dawn, VE9MTV.
Yeah, good evening, Mike and everyone on the net. I'm just sitting here getting sleepier by the minute. It's outdoors a lot, I guess. I even did a little painting on the old outdoor bench there. Maybe it's all that fresh air. The wind kind of picked up the late this afternoon when I got up to painting, so must be what's making me a little bit sleepy. I was downtown the other day. Somebody took me, and I see the Legion. I forget what you call it. I never did hear it, but them up telephones in the towns and the villages, maybe the picture of the vets that serve from the area, this area, you know what I mean? And I thought my brother had talked about it before, and I tried to get a hold of the right ones, see about it. It's too late this year, but anyway, I found what it cost. It's a little more expensive than I thought, but my brother, and maybe we can afford it, but this is quite a bit too. I'm not putting them down, but I just got to thinking here a little while ago, brother doesn't anymore, and I can't walk downtown, so I don't know how I'm going to get down to see it anyway. It's too bad they didn't have a picture frame or something of the same thing. We would pay for that, of course, and we could hang the house, hanging up the house, hanging up on the inside of the house. Because Herschel came downtown to see it. Really, not whatever they put on there for print really makes you think about it. I guess I was in grade 6 or 7, and they told us that your fathers and mothers or sisters and brothers, or whoever served overseas, ask them a few questions about the war, and that's the only time I ever did it was that 1 year of grade 6 or 7. But we do it a little bit, and there's a few things said there, and that was the best I could find out and about it. So other than watching on TV and some of these movies, but it was almighty real, I guess, and I hope the heck is going to come out of this trouble we got today here, Mike, that goes worldwide into another one. The old, what the saying was, lest we forget. So I pray now sometimes that it doesn't happen, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But other than that, I talked to that gentleman there from Japan before. The Masai, I think it is. We practice in his English there. So everybody have a day, and it's going to get up to 20 Saturday, Sunday, they said. So, and I did see a yellow butterfly today when I was painting. He flew around me, and then he flew. Maybe he didn't like me or something. A few yellow flowers out there. Okay, Mike, 7-3 for now.
Yeah, Victor Alpha 1, Victor Charlie, Dawn, well, your time did pretty good. You had 1 second left before the alligator caught you. Yeah, very good, Dawn, on everything there. Yeah, my dad was too young when the war broke out. He was only 9 years old. But my grandfather, he served in the First World War. But yeah, my dad was too young for the Second World War, so we were fortunate for that. He was delivering groceries in the mountain area with a horse and buggy. That was anybody that could work while the war effort was going on. They do different jobs there, so it was kind of funny at that age, to drive a horse and deliver groceries. Very good, Don. Thanks for checking in there, and 7-3. Have a good week there. Bottom of that list, we'll go to any stations from New Brunswick that want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Please give us your call sign in phonetics. Net control is Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Name is Mike, and you're listening to the Maritime Fusion Net. Tout ancien du Nouveau-Brunswick qui aimerait participer au réseau Fusion Maritime, allez-y avec votre appel en phonétique. Le contrôleur s'assoit des Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Nom est Michel, et vous écoutez au réseau Fusion Maritime. Allez-y avec votre appel phonétique. V9 MTV, standing by for New Brunswick stations. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Romeo.
Victor Echo 9, Delta Echo November for a recheck when you have time.
This is JA1WLQ to recheck in. I'm sorry, Mike-san. I'm sorry. I didn't know that your net control and the fusion net is going on. I didn't know that. So VEY-MU, I said 7-3. Therefore, the fusion net is over. But I apologize. Mike-san. And good evening. And so I appreciate your great work as a net control. But I'd like to meet you sometime later. VE9 MTV. Mike-san, this is JA1WLQ, and I apologize and thank you very much for your kindness. Thank you. Have a nice rest of the evening. Thank you very much.
Juliet Alpha 1, Whiskey Lima, Quebec. This is Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Name is Mike. Yeah, Masa, no problem. The Maritime Fusion Net is at 2200 hours UTC every Wednesday. That's 2200 UTC every Wednesday. You're more than welcome to check in with us there, Masa. Nice signal from Tokyo, Japan. And I am also doing the net with a personal digital node there from Irishtown, New Brunswick. So thanks for participating in our net there, Masa. 7-3, have yourself a good week. Next is Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Romeo. Pat, go ahead, please. VE9 MTV.
VE9 MTV and the group, JPR, and the group widespread it is, all the way from Six Lands and into Tokyo, Japan. Everybody's looking. That's what amateur is all about. Anyway, just doing a little bit of reading. Apparently, there's some strong activity on the packet net. And, I think I've got something around here somewhere that might. I don't know. It's going to be another big learning curve for this old guy. I'm sure there's some young Brents there that know more than I do will probably give me a hand at some point. But other than that, keeping busy work and trying to get things all buttoned down here before we get the snow that they graciously kept to themselves out in Alberta. So 7-3 all VPR.
Yeah, very good, Pat. Yeah, good signal there. Repeater, a little bit of dropouts here and there, but that's something we've been plagued on for a couple of months there. Don't know where it's coming from, but all the servers are in Japan, so it's quite a distance there. So very good. Thanks for checking in there, Pat. Any other stations from New Brunswick. You want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Est-ce que d'autres stations du Nouveau-Brunswick qui mettent participer au réseau? Allez-y avec vos lettres d'appel phonétique. VNFM TV à l'écoute. VE9M TV standing by for New Brunswick stations.
I reject VE9DEN.
Uniform Bravo.
VE9DN, yeah, excuse-moi, Denis, je t'ai oublié, là. VE9DN, recheck, go ahead, I forgot, Denis, go ahead, please.
It's all right, Mike. I'll be very excited too to have a gentleman from Hong Kong or China or whatever up that place to come in there. It's very nice. No, I just want to know if the mileage is good now or not. I don't know. What I saw on there now is pretty good, but I don't see anything from you yet there. But the station before you was fair mileage there and that, you know. So I just wanted to see if I did the right move there. Over.
VE9DN, VE9MTV. No, it says north 48 degrees, 11 minutes. That looks all right, but it's the longitude that is wrong. It's west 166, and it should be, I'm 64 here, so it should be close to in the 60s, not 160. Could be 066 or 065 or whatever your longitude you're at. But it still shows you at over 6,000 kilometers away, Denis. Over.
Wow. Okay. Don't know what to tell you. Well, I'll definitely check it out. All right. It's got to be the radio. It's got to be the radio, the 300 that's set up for the node there. It's got to be that. All right. Thanks for the check-in there, and nice work. Doing good. You pick up everything. You just smart. Thanks again. I'll be monitoring there. VE1, VE9MTV, VE9DE, Anthony, no house here. Over.
Yeah, okay, Denis. I'm not sure if it's from your node or from your FT5, but your indication is that it's north 48, 110 minutes. That's wrong, and 18 seconds north, and your longitude is west 166, 22 minutes and 11 seconds. That's wrong also. So it's either in the radio or in your node. If you go on File on your WiresX software, click on File, and you go down there, and you can see. I can't do it now because I'm on my WiresX, but you'll see there's you can go to the menu there, and right below where your call sign is, it'll tell you, and you can set either as GPS or as you can put in the node location, so that way that would never change. But yeah, that coordinates 166 latitude. That's longitude. That's wrong for sure. That's way off. That's why it shows you way out in the Pacific Ocean somewhere, because it should be 60s, either 64, 65. I'm not really sure if it's 66, but it could be 66 instead of 166. But it's definitely not the right coordinates there, Denis. So thanks. You might check that in your WiresX software also. Okay, the next station we have is on Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo. Go ahead, Don, VE9MTV.
Victor Echo 9 MTV. This is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. Good evening, Mike, and good evening to everybody on the Maritime Fusion Net. No traffic, just a challenging high. Hope everybody has had a great week and importantly has a safe and so with that, Mike, I'll give it back to you. I should make a note here that the Halloween night here we had 350 kids, and we were going to have about 750. Lots of kids in our area for sure. So anyway, Mike, I'll give it back to you. Mike Tango Victor, this is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. Thanks, Mike, for doing the net and calling me in.
Yeah, Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. Victor Echo 9 Mike Tango Victor. Very good there. Wow, you guys had a lot of trick-or-treaters. We only had 3 out here in our town. Last year, I think we had 6. So, yeah, not too many kids around. It used to be, 25, or I think we never passed the 40 mark. But that was when my kids were growing up, so just them, there was 6 or 7 of them. I had 9 kids, so the others were too old to pass Halloween, but yeah. Yeah, 350, that's quite a bit there. Nice for checking in there, Don. Nice to hear you there, and 7-3, have a good week. Okay, that's the end of the second round, so we'll start off with any stations from anywhere across the planet, outer space, underwater, anywhere you can hear my signal. You're welcome to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. The control here is Victor Echo 9 Mike Tango Victor. Name is Mike, and we're standing by for your call to the Maritime Fusion Net. I'll repeat the same thing in French. Ceci Victor Echo 9 Mike Tango Victor avec le réseau Fusion Maritime. J'appelle toutes les stations de Neptune à travers la planète Terre, dans l'espace, en dessous de l'eau, Neptune, que vous pouvez entendre mon signal. Et vous voulez participer au réseau Fusion Maritime, allez-y avec l'appel la phonétique, VNFM TV. À l'écoute, V9M TV, standing by for stations from anywhere. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet.
Delta Echo Sierra.
Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima.
Okay, I have vocal guys. Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet, Victor Echo 1 Delta Echo Sierra, and Victor Echo 1 Juliet Lima. Anybody else from anywhere want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead, please. V9M TV, standing by. Nothing heard. Top of the list. Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet. Robert, go ahead, please. V9M TV.
VE9 MTV, VE1RMJ. Good evening to you, Mike, and all those on frequency this evening. Yeah, just a late supper here tonight, and I thought I'd bring it into the shack here so I could get a chance to check in. Anyway, I won't keep it. Hope everybody has a great evening and a great rest of the week. 7-3, VE9 MTV, VE1RMJ.
Yeah, very good, Robert. Thanks for checking in there. Good signal. And have yourself a good week there. Next is Victor Echo 1 Delta Echo Sierra. Don, go ahead, please. VE9 MTV.
V9 MTV, V1D. Stop leaving it to you guys. Listen, I want 350 kids. Yeah, I had 20. And you had less than that. Oh, I'm glad the kids had fun. So most of you about little kids. When they get a little bit bigger than that in their teenage years, not so much. It's okay, but some of the ones around here, I don't think I give them much of anything. Some of them are nasty. Anyway, they did have fun, and Halloween is for the kids anyway. V1DES, back to the control.
Yeah, V1 Delta Echo Sierra. Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Pretty good, Don. Yeah. Yeah, it seems that it died down there with the years and the less kids, and maybe they moved all to the city. Not too many in the country here. But we used to give a lot of treats there for everyone because there are very few of them, so they had that big bag. But yeah, this year was only 3 of them, so my daughter said it was less and less than last year. So very good, Don. Thanks for checking in. Have yourself a good week there. 7-3. Next is Jim, Victor Echo 1, Juliet, Bravo Lima. Go ahead, Jim. VE9 MTV.
Yeah, very good evening, Mike, and all on frequency. Sounds like you got a good net going there. So just to check in, and we'll be monitoring here, and I look forward to the recap after the net is over, Mike. VE9 MTV from VE1JBL.
Yeah, fine there, Jim. Hopefully you got rid of most of all your down trees there. Maybe you have more firewood than you need, but hopefully you got rid of most of that there. I know a lot of people had quite a bit of trees down there. So thanks a lot for checking in there, Jim. Have yourself a good week there, 7-3. Anybody else? We'll say last call to the Maritime Fusion Net. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net from Station from Anywheres. Dernier appel pour le réseau Fusion Maritime pour mercredi le 2 novembre. Dernier appel, s'il vous plaît. Allez-y avec vos appels phonétiques. The NEP to you. VNF MTV à l'écoute. VE9 MTV standing by for any station from anywhere. This is the last call. Go ahead, please. Nothing heard? Well, this is, I'd like to thank all the people that participated in the net tonight. We had 30 check-ins, including myself. And I'd like to thank all the amateurs, and also like to thank all the owners of all the repeaters and nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hands to check in. And a special thank you from the station in Japan, their Masa, Juliet Alpha 1 Whiskey Lima, Quebec, for joining us tonight from Tokyo, Japan. And il y avait 30 stations sur le réseau ce soir. On aimerait remercier tous les amateurs qui ont participé au réseau. On aimerait également remercier les propriétaires de répéteurs des stations digitales personnelles qui se sont joints au réseau pour permettre une plus grande couverture du territoire, pour permettre à plus de stations de rejoindre. A recap of the net will be sent out to all members via email. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton and Area Amateur Radio website at whiskey.MikeAlpha.RomeoCharlie.ca. I'll repeat, the website is whiskey.MikeAlpha.RomeoCharlie.ca. And click on Club Activities /Nets. Un compte rendu de réseau de ce soir sera envoyé à tous les membres via courriel. Pour plus d'informations sur le réseau Fusion Maritime, allez au Moncton and Area Amateur Radio Club site web à l'adresse www.mikealpha.romeocharlie.charliealpha. Je répète, whiskey.MikeAlpha.RomeoCharlie.charliealpha. Et appuyez sur la touche Club Activité, /net. Now that the net has concluded, the repeaters are now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor, signing off. Good night all, and thanks for participating in the Maritime Fusion Net. Maintenant que le réseau est terminé, les répéteurs sont ouverts pour l'usage général. Ceci est Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Terminé. Soyez très tout le monde. Merci d'avoir participé au réseau Fusion Maritime. BNF MTV, clear. VE9 MTV, clear.